All right, today we're diving into something pretty wild. We're looking at a company that's being run almost entirely by a crew of AI agents. And their secret? Well, it's a framework that literally turns the business of running a company into a real-life video game.
I mean, just stop and think about this for a second. What if the daily grind of running a business, all the strategy meetings, the operations, the marketing, what if all of that felt less like work?
Well, believe it or not, that is exactly what's happening at a company called Niflheim Records. They're using this open framework called Realm to build their entire operation, not around people and departments, but around characters, quests, and game mechanics. It's a mind-bending peek into what the future of work could actually look like. Okay, so first things first. Every great game, every great story needs a purpose, right? A reason to play. In the Realm framework, that's called the Oath. And it's the core mission that gives the whole system, and all the AI agents inside it, a really clear and powerful reason for being.
And this right here, this is the heart of the Niflheim Records Oath. It's not about just selling stuff. It's about preserving memories. This single powerful idea becomes the North Star for every single decision the AI makes. It's the why behind every task, making sure the entire game is focused on a really human goal.
So who's actually playing this game? Well, get this. The players aren't people. They're a crew of 8 specialized AI agents, and each one is designed as a totally unique character with a very specific role to play. And here they are, the whole crew. You just immediately get the vibe, right? It's this awesome, gamified, almost mythological roster. Every AI has a class, like a mage for strategy or a warrior for getting things done in commerce, and they each have their own zone. So you've got Wooten thinking about the big picture, while Brunhilde is on the front lines making sales happen. It's like a perfect map of who does what.
To really understand how this works, let's zoom in on one of these agents. We'll pick Loge, the hunter, who's in charge of intelligence. So, what actually makes an AI like this tick? What gives it a personality and a purpose?
Okay, this is where it gets really cool. An AI's identity here is broken into 2 key parts. First, you have the character card. Think of that as its public profile. It tells everyone else in the game what Loge can and can't do. But then there's the soul file. That's the private stuff, the agent's inner monologue. It's the core programming that tells Loge how to think and act. It's basically its digital soul. So, we've got our mission, we've got our characters, but where does the game actually, happen? Well, it all comes down to 2 main systems that act as the game's permanent memory and its day-to-day playing field. On one hand, you have the Codex. The best way to think about this is like the game's lore book or its permanent hard drive. It's built in a tool called Obsidian, and it holds all the history and all the rules. And on the other hand, you've got a Trello board. This is the live-action quest board. It's where tasks pop up, get assigned, and get done. So the Codex is the memory, Trello is the moment. Okay, so you might be wondering, how do you keep those 2 systems from getting out of sync? With a brilliant idea called a save point. Yep, just like in a video game, this is a specific moment where you save your progress. The operations cleric, Fricka, steps in, takes all the completed tasks from Trello, and officially writes them into the Codex. It updates the permanent record, and the game state is saved. And boom! Here's how it all comes together in one simple loop. It all starts with a big idea, a quest, which gets defined in the Codex. Then, that quest gets broken down into smaller, bite-sized tasks on the Trello board. The AI characters grab their assignments and get to work. And finally, at a save point, Fricka archives everything, and the whole cycle is ready to start again. It's so elegant.
All right, enough theory. That all sounds cool, but what does it actually look like when it's running? Let's walk through a real-world example from Niflheim Records, a quest they called the inventory search.
Every good quest has to have a clear goal, right? For this one, it was super simple and measurable. Get the number of active product listings up from about 900 to over 1,200. It's a classic business KPI, but framed as a fun challenge. Now check this out. You can see some of the actual tasks that were created for this quest. And notice how each one is assigned to a character perfectly suited for the job. Brunhilde, the commerce warrior, is on inventory. Freya, the marketing bard, is helping with quality standards. You can even see the live status. Some are done, one's active. It's a living, breathing project board, all driven by AI.
And if we zoom out for a second, we get this awesome high-level dashboard view. Out of 48 total tasks for the whole quest, you can see in a heartbeat what's done, what's ready to go, and, importantly, what might be blocked. It's a crystal clear, real-time picture of progress, just like a heads-up display in a game.
And this really just says it all, doesn't it? Build your world, play for real. It's the tagline for the Realm framework, and it perfectly captures the spirit of this entire thing. It's about taking the fun and creativity of game design and using it to get real stuff done. In the end, it's not just a game. It might just be a blueprint for a whole new way to work.
And maybe the most exciting part is that this isn't some secret proprietary system. The Realm framework was created by Luis Godoy Alvarez, and it's totally open for anyone to use and build on. Which leaves us with a really fascinating question. If you could turn your job, your project, or your company into a game powered by AI, what grand quest would you start with?